Hey, what's up guys, TheCampingRusher here. Big news today. A massive balance update just dropped yesterday evening going into the weekend here. And then Metallica, a bunch of stuff about our Metallica festival season, new update. Everything's really been leaked. So stick around for that, but we are going to start with the nerfs and buffs update. And this is controversial to say the least, but I feel like this entire season gameplay-wise has been controversial. I'm going to put it all in front of you. We're going to read through it. Nitro Splash. Max stack has been increased from 4 to 6. Nitro energy now gives infinite stamina. Vending machine guns damage nerfed from 30 to 27. Vehicle machine guns fire rate nerfed by 7%. So this is another nerf to the machine gun on the vehicles. I'm okay with this. Vehicle grenade launcher damage also nerfed 70 to 65. Nitro gauntlets damage to builds nerfed by 50%. This is the kind of the big one. Nitro gauntlets air punch damage nerfed from 70 to 50. Another big nerf. Explosive bow builds damage nerfed, and you see the numbers there, but basically cut in half. Tactical AR damage has been buffed by 1 damage point for each rarity. Harbinger SMG fire rate's been buffed by 5%, and the reload time has been buffed by 4%. I assume by buffed it means you've got less reload time now, so it's quicker. So lots going on there. What are your initial thoughts? I'm going to show you this clip in the background because this focuses in on the Nitro gauntlets, and honestly I think this is the biggest complaint, but it is mostly from the competitive scene. So now it is just so much harder to get into a box. It's being demonstrated on a metal box, and you're just not going to get in fast enough for it to be worth it. And again, this was the biggest complaint from competitive players, that you couldn't just build to get away. Anytime there's been something where you can just easily penetrate into players' builds in competitive, it upsets people because I mean they're so used to the way that they play the game. And honestly, I don't fault them for it. I think the biggest issue, and it's been brought up again and again, but it's being focused on more because of this season, is the competitive casual. It's just two different games, and it's not really treated like two different games, right? Like, I know they do separate the loot pool a little bit, but things that are this game changing in build mode and competitive maybe just shouldn't be there. And maybe you agree, maybe you don't, but this is a post. It's all the way back from 2019, but it's an Epic employee talking about why they do not make competitive and casual too much of a different experience. Here's what they said. I'm not on the competitive team, but I believe their desire is to keep competitive as closely aligned with the core modes as possible in order to create the situation where the game that all of the players know and love is the same game that the best of the best are playing for big bucks. This means that theoretically any good Fortnite player could rise to the top without having to learn a markedly different game given time, dedication, and talent. Obviously, there's more to it than that, and the comp mode can and does have differences from core, but that's the heart of the idea. And again, yes, 5 years ago, this was their stance. It's been a long time, but we haven't really seen them, like I've said, split them up other than a few minor differences in game modes from season to season. So I'm sure their stance is still, pretty similar to what it was 5 years ago. So let me know your thoughts. Let's talk about the Metallica update next week. It should be Thursday morning because that's our new festival update. So the Battle Royale update should be there as well, not our normal Tuesday morning. Fortnite Festival Season 4 teaser. The season has a yellow theme this time, and coincidentally, the Metallica promo image also has a yellow background. And Shine is just making a joke here. Could Metallica be the Fortnite Festival collab for Season 4? Well, yes, we've known about this for far too long, thanks to the 2024 leaked Fortnite roadmap. And it is confirmed, of course, we're getting Metallica. And then we got some leaks from Not Paulo on what to expect. So the skins we are getting for the Metallica collab: James, Lars, Kirk, and Robert. There is a Battle Royale concert. As I talked about in my previous video, there's going to be 6 songs, and that's all we know about it so far. I'm very excited for this. I will for sure be attending, and I'm really happy it's in Battle Royale. We'll see how much it's hyped up, if there's going to be a timer, things like that. I'm sure we'll learn more here over the weekend. Season 4 Festival Pass, of course. Metal Lightning Guitar Mythic. Metallica Loot Island POI, so we will have a new map change in game. And then Thrash Mountain Car and Racing Rewards. That's what we know about so far. So looking at all that, hearing all that, it does get me even more excited for our first major update of Season 3. Make sure to subscribe, turn your noties on. We'll be covering everything as soon as it drops. Of course, there is more to this update than just Metallica. Fortnite are now playtesting the upcoming Festival Battle Stage mode, and this is where you'll be able to play against people, friends in Festival. We're thinking it could release with Season 4. This isn't confirmed. It's been talked about for a while. It would be a good time to release it if it is ready. Jam tracks, lobby music is coming next week with the update. So all the jam tracks will now be able to be played in the lobby. I think this is going to make jam track songs skyrocket, the sales of them skyrocket. I know it would make me want to buy more. I don't really play festivals, so the only reason I would want this is for lobby music, and now it's finally happening. And some other stuff to expect, of course, new collabs and cosmetics, things in the files we'll discuss on update night. There is the Fall Guys creative mode collab, unless it got delayed, that's also happening, which is a pretty big deal. And then a new item / weapon. And we're going to focus on the item weapon first. It could be that tow hook weapon. I've showed it off a couple times. Some other stuff that they have prepared or in the files ready to go or close to ready to go. There's a new heavy sniper. It does 3 times damage to vehicles, so this is made for this season. There's a new revolver shotgun, and then the minigun could also be unvaulted. We could see 2 of these weapons next week, at least 1, and we will hopefully get confirmation on that in the next couple days. What would you like to see most? And let's talk about the Fall Guys thing. So one of the exciting pieces that was just announced, I talked about in the last video, is Battle Royale skins. I don't know if it'll be all of them, but similar to Lego, there'll be a lot of BR skins that you already own that will be usable in the Fall Guys mode. So you'll be able to bean out, make your dude look like a bean. If you're not familiar with Fall Guys, that's the style of the characters, and I think this really adds to the value of the game mode. I mean, when Lego came out, we just loved seeing how they made some of our favorite skins fit into a Lego minifigure. So yeah, they're doing the same thing for Fall Guys. And on top of the Fall Guys creative mode, right, people are going to be able to now create Fall Guys mini games within Fortnite Creative. It'll have a bunch of the props from Fall Guys. So that's happening. But in Battle Royale, there's supposed to be like a mini game every game where you go in, you compete, and if you do well, you will come out with legendary loot. So that's supposed to be happening. But I do want to mention, we don't really know how it's going to work. I keep mentioning the Mothership game mode from way back in Chapter 2, and I really did love that. But there's a bunch of other unvaults that are planned, separate from the list we just talked about, and that's the key point. It's separate from that main list of new weapons and unvaults. It's the Impulse, Rift-to-Go, Dynamite, Mini Crash Pad, Med Mist, and lock-on pistol. So I think there's 2 potentials. Maybe all of these get unvaulted and they're just for the Fall Guys minigame and Battle Royale. That'll be the only way to get them. The other thought here is with them going on break, probably not this update, but the update after, so at the end of this month, Epic will go on their 2 to 3 week long summer break, leave us with the summer event, and, you know, we may get a new weapon, new item unvaulted every day, every 2 days. They've done that a couple times in the past. A new Power Rangers game is releasing later this year. Remember, the Power Rangers are rumored to be coming to Fortnite in the future. This was leaked back in February, so maybe the collab will happen around the same time. This season, because of, again, the 2024 Fortnite roadmap, there was a steam train in one of the photos that referenced this season. So we thought that they were going to rework the train. I loved the train. I think it was such a cool addition to the map. And at this point, it's grounded under the sand and not moving. I really don't think they would have added it for such a short amount of time, such a cool feature, and then just, you know, scrap it forever. I'm really hoping and thinking they are going to rework this. Maybe the steam train, I mean, it's not even really a theory because it was on the official Fortnite roadmap. Maybe that's the plan in the near future, whether it's this season or the next. If you're a train fan, don't lose all hope. I think it can still happen. I just can't see them scrapping it and making it useless this early forever. And the final thing I got for you here, Rocket League Season 15 is now live, and you can earn 2 car bodies that will be available in our next update. The Nissan Fairlady Z, that's the Tier 1 in the Rocket Pass, and then the ZRLE will be the Tier 40. There'll be some other decals and boosts that will cross over to Fortnite, so just so you know, if you're a Rocket League player or a casual player, play once in a while, you're going to get the pass. You'll get a bunch of that stuff in Fortnite, of course. That's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, touch that like button, code TheCampingRusher. Take care. Talk soon. Goodbye.